As much fun as it is to talk about fall trends and kind of like look and see what's coming, I also feel like it's just as much, if not more so, to talk about the ones we hate and might want to consider skipping out on. And that's exactly what we're getting into in today's video and talking about the worst fall 2024 shoe trends and the ones that you might want to consider skipping out on. And the first one is furs and feathers, and that's because, let's face it, it's like wildly impractical. As much as textured shoes can be fun, it just doesn't make sense, especially in the winter when we're considering things like water, snow, mud, I don't know, going outside. Like, that's what shoes are for, right? To actually protect you from the elements. And as soon as we start putting feathers and faux fur and all these things on our shoes, then they're not going to do that. And let's be honest, a lot of these look a little bit ridiculous. For whatever reason, feather shoes in particular really kind of ruffle my feathers, pun intended. They always remind me of like those slippers that grandmas would wear at home. You know, the ones like where you're like wearing that full on nightgown and they have that little feathery poof at the end and heel. I don't know why, but that's just like what comes to mind whenever I see these shoes. And some feather shoes can be fun, but for the most part, I just feel like this is what I envision in my head, and a lot of them are impractical. I can get behind a few of them. I'll find some pictures to share with you, but for the most part, I don't know, I feel like they're definitely a no. One that I'm 100% sure is a no is Sherpa and shearling. Like, this is definitely an at-home slipper. You know, you're gonna wear your Uggs at home, or it's like on the interior of your shoe, that's fine, but on the exterior, like, no thank you. Now, one of my favorite shoe trends to hate, and this one comes in and out of fashion repeatedly, is the kitten heel, because I don't know, it's just not really a heel, it's not really flat, you're teetering on this like tiny little nub. It's just very, very uncomfortable. It's hard to balance, and it's just a trend that I really, really love to hate. Anything, I'm totally convinced, and you cannot convince me otherwise, that you're better off teetering on something a little bit higher, a little bit more substantial, and it's gonna be much easier to balance on that. That being said, there are some cute-ish kitten heels that I've seen recently. I feel like they're not like a full-blown kitten heel. Still, I spotted these Dolce Vita ones. This is a little bit higher than a full kitten heel. So I don't know if we're gonna qualify as a full kitten, but I mean, this one I can get on board with. This one's kind of cute. Then I also found these animal print heels from Zara. They're really, really cute. They're animal print, they're slingback. Both are very, very trendy right now. I don't know that I would call this a full-blown kitten heel, and maybe that's why these are a little bit more passable to me. On the other hand, I found these Sam Edelman heels, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's just definitely a no for me. Let me know in the comments below if you are on board with the kitten heels. This next one might surprise you, because it certainly surprised me, but did you know that ballet sneakers were a thing? Like, I had no idea, and when I saw the pictures, I was like, okay, that is like 100% not what I was expecting to be trending this season. It's part ballet flat, it's part sneaker. We're basically encompassing the top part, like the sole and like the frilly, lacy part of the ballet flat, right? Like actual ballet shoes that are delicate and meant for dancers. And we're combining that with the big chunky sole of the sneaker. And we're doing this, why? Like, I don't know. I have no idea why we're doing such a thing, but here we are. You know, I'm just not a fan of a hybrid shoe. I just don't love when we take one piece of one shoe and stick it with one piece of another shoe. Like 9 times out of 10, it does not end up working out, and I feel like that is the case with these, and it's just kind of a miss for me. Like, yeah, ballet flats are back in style, and sneakers are also really, really in right now, but do we need to have a fusion of these? I really just don't think so. So I want to know, like, how are we wearing this? Are we wearing this with socks? Is it athleisure? Is it dressier because of the ballet flat? Like, I just have so many unanswered questions about this that I feel like it's just a no. Now, if you like this trend, which is totally fine, at the end of the day, you do you. I found some that are maybe passable, like this Jeffrey Campbell pair. This one might be a little bit easier. It's less like full-blown trend. It might be cute for brides. Like, that's something that I have thought of. Like, you want to be dressy, but you want to be comfortable. So like for a wedding dress, I feel like that might be cute. I also found this Keds version, and I don't hate this one either. I don't know that I'd be buying them, but I don't hate it. So maybe I can be convinced. I don't know. Again, let me know what your thoughts are on the ballet sneakers, because this one definitely caught me by surprise. Moving on to buckles. It's like buckle mania this season. I'm not that surprised, because we're seeing a lot of moto boots in style this season and a lot of biker boots too. And moto and biker boots, well, they have a lot of buckles, and I feel like it works on the boot. As soon as we slap it on a heel and we slap it on a flat, I don't know, it's just giving me like 90s nightmares when we used to wear those big black buckles, belts. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just not loving this one. It looks very 90s. It looks very grunge. To me, it just looks like we cut up our old 90s belts and kind of like slapped them on pointy toe flats and heels. And it's just not the look. I just feel like this is one that, number one, is really, really trendy. Number two, it's gonna be hard to style. And number three, I don't know. I don't know what number three is. I just don't like it. Now, I've hated on mesh fairly extensively this year. If you've seen any of my videos before, I've talked about it quite a bit. And it's because it's another trend that I'm not sure I can get on board with. I can get on board with the heels. I will say that I'm gonna make the exception with mesh heels. I feel like mesh heels are interesting, like they're kind of sheer, like it's kind of maybe sexy, I don't know. But the mesh ballet flats in particular, and the fishnet ballet flats in particular, just to know, I have a very hard time with ballet flats in general. Sorry, I just don't like them on me personally. Not that I don't like them on other people or the trend, but on me personally, I don't love ballet flats, so maybe that's why the resistance here. I just feel like I don't want to see you all your toes out there. In a heel, it feels like you're in a shoe. In a flat, it feels like you're like almost naked. I don't know. Again, I'm just sharing my opinion. This is just meant to be a fun, lighthearted video. At the end of the day, you wear whatever fashion trends you want to, whatever shoes you like. I mean, you do you. I don't care. This mesh flat, the heel, I'll make an exception. Mesh flat, however, it's one that like I'm kind of ready for it to be gone and can't wait for it to be out of style. I'd love to hear from you what fall shoe trend you're hating the most. If you haven't seen it, I did do a full roundup on the hottest fall shoe trends and the hottest trends for fall 2024. You can watch either one of those videos up here next. Don't forget to like and hit the bell and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.